Ruby, I'll start with you, because it kind of feels weird talking to you in the context of this being a debut. How does it feel?
There's so many people in here, I can't quite hear you, but it's weird. I honestly thought, I didn't know if this was ever going to happen in my career, to be honest. I chose Sevens for a long time and no regrets there. But just the way life works sometimes, the stars align, and here I am debuting against some legends and some great people, so I'm over the moon, eh?
I guess you would have had a bit of an inkling maybe that you were going to be named, but what was that moment like for you when you heard it read out?
Dude, people are saying that. There was zero. Like,
she didn't know. She didn't know.
I'm new, I'm just soaking up everything. I'm learning off every single person here, so there was zero inkling. But to get this started, I was lost for words when my name came up. I was just a surreal feeling, because like back in the day when I was 18, I played with a lot of legends that I just thought this might have been out of reach, and so it's taken a little while, just a couple of years. So it was pretty surreal, and there were a couple of tears, and it was a moment I'll never ever forget.
Make it pretty worth it as well, making that decision, because I do imagine it's been hard while you were in training watching the Sevens team off playing around the world.
Yeah, not just watching. I've got to put off their dry jokes on the chats, because I'm still in all the Sevens chats, so their puns need a lot of work. I thought I taught them a bit better. Michaela Blige come through. But no, it is a weird feeling, and the choice, I didn't make this choice lightly. It took me months of one-on-ones with lots and lots of people. I went to all my mentors for advice. I was really, really torn. But when my name came up on that screen, no regrets. So cool.
Kendra, what about for you? It must have been pretty special hearing that your first start at home as well.
Yeah, I feel like the whole world saw me cry when I played my first game. And this next moment has come a lot sooner than I would have ever imagined. Only my second game, and for it to be a start, people have waited a long time for that to happen. But I'm I've been grinding for a long time for this moment. So exciting, and for it to be at home where I feel so comfortable with my whānau in the stands and the whole province that's behind myself and the other Bay girls. Oh, what an honour, yeah.
It's a pretty green forward pack. Does that make it better or worse kind of going into this?
Neither better nor worse. I think it's just exciting. We go into trainings and everyone's got such an open mindset, ready to take in whatever information comes our way. Chrono the legend, Whitney the upcoming. It's just exciting. It's pure, raw energy that can be moulded into whatever form Chrono and Whitney want to take it. So
there's lots of forms there.
I was going to say, what sort of forms are that?
You'll find out.
I'll leave it up to these guys.
Any questions from online?
Yeah, I've got a few, Libby. Hey, Ruby, can you tell us a little, as Joe Pearson, I can't make it in person today, but could you tell us a bit about Wayne and Ted's dancing after training the other day?
Wayne and Ted's dancing.
Look, it's become a bit of an issue. We've had to pull Smithy back a couple of times. I think he pulled both hammies today, actually. But those guys they're absolute characters, and they've been totally upfront and honest with us, really genuine blokes, and just brought not just a wealth of knowledge, but a really cool vibe into the team. And the girls are absolutely loving it. But yeah, his dance moves, you have to come down to Tauranga, mate, and watch the game to see the real effect of those moves.
Cool. Hey, and Kendra, I've just got a question for you as well. I think you've got a job with the Barefooting Union. Is that right? Like a rugby development?
Yeah, correct. So I'm the Women's Rugby Development Officer for the region. So my job is to create opportunities for girls from 5 to senior club rugby, opportunities to play, and I know a lot of those young girls are coming out to watch, and I'm so pumped. We've got a whole bunch coming to Captain's Run as well, so how cool to connect with those girls in the black jersey.
Could you tell us a little bit about the Tauranga domain? Because I've only been there once, and it's sort of a quaint, picturesque little ground. It must be pretty cool for you to play in that venue, which is essentially your office almost.
Yeah, well, let's go with boutique stadium. Yeah, so we get to play there all the time with our regional team, and then for the Black Ferns to go there and hopefully let's fill it out. Hopefully people are buying tickets. The girls have been promoting it left, right and centre, so I think it'll be really cool. If we get the stands full and a great atmosphere, like, we'll do the entertaining job, but we just need people to come and see what we can do.
Just finally, one more question for Ruby. What's been the hardest thing for you about this transition from 15s to 7s? You may have alluded to it a bit earlier somewhat, but not the easiest transition, I think, for some players. But how have you found it in the first few months?
Mate, I've gone from training 45 minutes max to 3 hours, bro. What is that? No, so for the first time in my life, I'm hungry as and I'm eating during a training. Like, I would never eat at Sevens training because you just get stitched. But here I'm like, mate, where are the cookies at? Like, I'm eating all training. That was one big thing. I do miss the Sevens girls, obviously, but you know, we've had such good times together. It's kind of like nothing changes when I go back there. And then I just clicked not long ago, in sevens, when you carry, you've got to clean out your own ruck. But there's all these beautiful forwards and they just come and they clean your ruck for you. So I can just stay out, like, unreal. So it was really hard at the beginning, but as I'm transitioning, it's actually amazing. Like, I'm really loving it.
Cool, thank you.
Any other questions, or is that it for these two comedians?
Boutique.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, guys. We'll bring